Sleddy, what's going? Hey man, we got that boy Hip Hop Daily, FBG Duck, O Block caught Duck Lackin, FEDS arrest Muwop, and 3 others for shooting. Wow! I'm a vet. Before I leave the crib, grab that tech. Do I shoot shit every hole for your neck? Damn. Hey man, I ain't gonna care for either boys, you know what I'm saying? That shit crazy. RP Duck though for shit show, but damn. Crazy, you know what I'm saying, bruh? I fuck with Muwop, fuck with Duck too, like, I fuck, if you don't slide, push your nigga and slide in, like, bruh. I listen to both their music, you know what I'm saying? I don't pick sides, so I'm a fan, so this shit just crazy. I'm like, these niggas really having real life war, GTA, my nigga, like, nigga, you know, I know. My like crack that father. Hey, before we get in there, bitch, make sure you subscribe right now, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do too much talking, legit to it. You better subscribe to the
FBG Duck was one of Chicago's most respected GD rappers until he was murdered in August 2020.
Damn.
Duck's mom, aka Mama Duck, recently said on IG Live that her son's killers was arrested and they was members of O Block. Here's a wild story. On August 4th, 2020, FBG Duck was...
Damn, that shit crazy. I still remember that day. Like yesterday type shit. I don't know where the hell I was leaving. I was leaving either the park somewhere, you know what I'm saying? I was leaving somewhere and I was in the car. I go on Say Cheese. I see FBG Duck shot, but they ain't say he was killed. I was like, damn, that nigga got shot. I'm like, damn, that shit crazy. And then, bruh, passed. I was like, damn, that shit crazy. Long live Duck, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit crazy. And I used to fuck with that song Slide Heavy Ahead, like, if we gon' slide, push it nigga, then slide in. Let me see, bro, that song hard to hear, you know what I'm saying? That shit was hard.
Gunned down at Chicago's Gold Coast, a wealthy area that don't really have too much crime. 2 cars pulled up, and 4 dudes hopped out and popped off, hitting Duck, his girl, and another man he was with. FBG Duck was one of the hottest rappers in the city and constantly dissed his ops and his music. Right before he died, he dropped Dead B***, a track where he savagely...
Hey, I heard that Dead Bitches song too. I listened, I was like, what the it's like normal at this point. Like, I wasn't surprised. Like, that's normally what all these niggas do. These niggas both diss dead niggas. You know what I'm saying? They both diss the dead. I'm like, I never understood that though. That shit lame as hell. Like, why is y'all dissing niggas like that's not here no more? I know they y'all ops and shit, but damn, my nigga, like, they dead. Like, you got it, okay, you got it, but you know how this shit goes. It's these niggas, man. That's
disrespected members of O Block like Odie Perry, T-Roy, and J Money. Less than a month later, Duck got killed, and many thought O Block was responsible. Well, now it's been confirmed that O Block actually was behind the hit. Duck's mom got on IG Live and shared that her son's killers was arrested. In the video, she named dudes from O Block, including Muwop, C-Thing, C-Murder, and Los. She also mentioned O Block member Zell Money.
Hey, that nigga right there, that nigga, I been seeing that nigga. It was a YouTube channel called Duck Case. They had this nigga mugshot on that bitch. They already sold the case. You know what I'm saying? So, all these niggas had to go on YouTube. I already seen the Chicago Scene 88 video. Yeah, they already had, I didn't know if it was really fake, but they had all the niggas on Chicago Scene 88, you know what I'm saying? I be watching Chicago Scene 88, you know what I'm saying? Crazy.
She also mentioned O Block member Zell Money as a suspect, but he recently took his own life in August of 2021. The 4 men got arrested in a new RICO indictment, along with another dude from O Block named Kenny Robinson as the killers. It's not that surprising that it was O Block on the hit, but it's just crazy that it was done by dudes as well known as Muwop, but now we see more of the reason why he was so well known. Muwop was real close to King Von before he died. He was actually there that night in Atlanta when Von died. He was
Muwop with a nigga who wop, condo, you know what I'm saying? Shit crazy. Wop! I'm a vet. Before I leave the crib, get that tech. Before I shoot shit, have you grip for your chest. Wow, but I ain't gonna cap. That nigga Muwop was up next though for the shit show. That nigga had some shit though. I think I react to Muwop shit on my channel. Go look on my channel. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Bro, shit hard though, but bro was up next. But I don't know, Feds. I don't know how you gonna bounce back from the Feds. I don't know. Crazy.
He was also a member of O Block, known for being a real demon. He was right there with Von as one of O Block's top shooters, which is why they was good friends. Muwop was supposedly behind some real big hits, including the shooting of Wooski at Dooski the Man's funeral. The other dudes in the case, C-Thing, Los, and C.
So that's the nigga who be like, might just shoot on everybody, rest in peace, nigga. 100%. Like, back again. Might pull up to the funeral, slide on them, rest in peace, nigga, some shit like that. So that Muwop. Okay.
Murder were also rappers from the area who were part of Von's crew. The streets was already talking, saying they had something to do with Duck's murder. Right after Duck died, Von got chains for everyone from O Block, even dudes that was
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Damn. I ain't gonna care. He iced everybody out though. That real shit though. Can't say there ain't no real shit. You can't say Von wasn't no real nigga. You see the Back to the Block vlog. Nigga handed out 100 bands. And that was all the way in March. Damn. Iced everybody out.
O Block, even dudes that wasn't rappers. Many saw it as a gift for taking out one of his biggest ops. Plus, fans questioned C-Thing on IG Live about Duck's death, forcing him to end the video. But up until now, it was all rumors. All 5 men were charged with murder in the aid of racketeering for their involvement in the murder of FBG Duck. They also got charged with assaulting 2 unnamed victims that were with Duck, as well as a few gun charges. The charges carry a minimum of life in prison with the possibility of the death penalty. FBG Duck getting knocked off wasn't too
crazy. Minimum of life. Maximum death. I don't know how they gonna bounce back from that shit. I don't know. Dirt gonna have to pay some bonds or something. Nigga said, what's that last song I just read to? Nigga said you don't pay for no bonds. Let's see if you pay for some bonds, my nigga. Nigga, I hang with all the murderers. Okay.
shocking because of his reputation. He was loved and respected in his neighborhood, but he also had a lot of enemies.
Nigga, Muwop was just in the last video Dirt dropped. Muwop was just all in that beat. You know what I'm saying? Crazy.
He refused to move out of the city, even though he was about to sign a $1.7 million.
Dumb as hell. Dumb as hell. That's dumb as hell. Like, you know you out here dissing niggas and you still in your city where your ops catch you at. Dumb as hell. But RP Duck though, you know what I'm saying? For shit show.
Deal with Sony before he got killed. Unfortunately, rappers from gangs die every day in Chicago, especially those with as many ops as FBG.
It would have been better if he would have got it. It wouldn't have been better, but it would have been more smarter if he got the dissing if he would have moved out. Cause this nigga Von took it to the O in Atlanta. This nigga dissing Brick. While he was in Atlanta, this nigga dissing while he's still in the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have got the hell up out of Chicago, then do all that dissing and shit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't had to drop dead, bitch. You could have held that song till you get the money. You know what I'm saying? You could have hold on to the song till you got your check. Move somewhere. Texas, Atlanta, LA, Detroit, New York. I don't know. But you should have got your check, get the hell on, then drop the song. But yo ass drop the song while you still in the city. The hell type said do that, mate, my nigga.
Duck. So it probably wouldn't have got as much attention if it ain't happened in broad day in one of the richest areas in the city. Plus, Mama Duck pushing to find her son's killers probably added pressure to the investigation. So the feds cracked down to make an example out of the killers. C Murder, Los, Muwop, and C-Thing got arrested on October 13th and pleaded not guilty. Kenny was already locked up for another murder of a man named Lorenzo Moore who got killed in January. And he's still fighting a gun charge from 2019. We don't know exactly what police have to tie them to the murders. But seeing that it's a Fed case, it ain't looking too good for any of them. Unless there's some kind of evidence that'll prove their innocence, they'll probably end up taking a plea deal to avoid a life sentence or the death penalty. But as of now, it's too early to tell how strong the case is. We'll tap in for updates. But they wasn't the only ones from O Block to get caught up with the law recently. OTF Boona, a rapper connected to Lil Durk, was recently arrested for a shooting at a mall in Atlanta where a 6-year-old got shot.
Nigga, that's Cumberland. Them niggas got the shooting at Cumberland. Goddamn, y'all
mall in Atlanta where a 6-year-old got shot. Let's dive into what happened. OTF Boona is signed.
Man, y'all gotta stop shooting kids, man. That shit not cool. Gotta stop shooting kids. Like Tuka, that nigga was a kid. BB, that nigga was a kid. Like, y'all niggas be shooting kids. That shit lame as hell. Like, these is innocent children. These niggas be in school talking about Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, toys and shit. Like, these niggas don't even know what guns is for real. These niggas just know Grand Theft Auto, my nigga. Y'all niggas shooting kids, bro. Come on now, that shit lame. Stop that shit.
To Lil Durk's label, Only the Family. He's from 300 and the Lamron set of the BDs and came up with other rappers like Durk, Von, and Lil Reese. He can be seen in the background of one of Chief Keef and Lil Reese's first music videos in this remix. Boona was a real savage in the streets way before rap and was one of Durk's main shooters. So when Durk made it, he signed Boona to his label and moved him out to Atlanta. Boona has been one of Durk's day one homies and even saved him once after a fan got too close at a show. In a video posted to social media, Durk is seen walking through the area between the stage and the barricade when a fan who made it past security tries to run up to him while he's walking. Boona, who was walking with Durk, sees the kid coming and pushes him out of the way before he gets to Durk. So Boona may be a full-time rapper, but he's still gonna protect Durk at all costs. But I guess Boona just couldn't leave the streets alone, and recently he was involved in a shooting out in Atlanta. In late September, Boona got arrested and hit with 4 charges, including aggravated assault with intent to murder. He's currently being held in Cobb County Jail in Georgia. News outlets report that Boona was accused of jumping out of a moving Dodge Durango SUV and fired several shots. This happened in the parking lot of a Buffalo Wild Wings outside the Cumberland Mall in Atlanta back in March. Suspects in another car.
Boy, you crazy boy doing that shit out of Cumberland. I got no police over there and shit like that. They was at Buffalo Wild Wings too. I love me some Buffalo Wild Wings. I went to Cheesecake Factory at Cumberland for my B-Day. That shit was good as fuck. Boy, I got me some goddamn chicken wing. Got me some goddamn chicken Alfredo. Got me the Oreo cheesecake. Ooh, that motherfucker was good as hell. Ooh, but I want me some more cheesecake. Gotta give me some more cheesecake. That motherfucker good as fuck. Boy, I tell you, like, delicioso.
Back in March. Suspects in another car also fired back at Boona. 4 people got injured, including a 6-year-old boy who got hit by a stray bullet. When police pulled up, they found the boy sitting on the sidewalk with a gunshot to the leg. He and the other victims was rushed to the hospital, and all 4 would survive. 2 of the victims was later arrested after police questioned them and found out they had been involved in a shooting. A 3rd man brought to the hospital was also charged, but got listed as a victim of an aggravated assault. There ain't too many details on the shooting, but it sounds like it all started from a fight between 2 groups of dudes. Police arrested 18-year-old Karanji Reese, 19.
They got a little man. They didn't got mad about out of my mind, you know what I'm saying?
18-year-old Jacaba Harris and 19-year-old Deshaun Powell back in March. They all facing gun and drug charges, but Harris is the only one accused of firing shots. He's also being charged with possession of marijuana.
They got mad about out of my mind. Hey, I think little man out. I think.
Intent to distribute. After police searched his car, they found a large quantity of weed, a scale, $4,000 in cash, and multiple guns. But police were still looking for the shooter who fired at them from the Dodge Durango. Come to find out, Boona's downfall will be his own carelessness, because the police linked him to the shooting after finding his phone in the parking lot. They found a cell phone at the scene of the crime on the day of the shooting and got a warrant to find out what was on it and whose it was. They went through every photo, social media, and other data to find out that the phone was...
Stupid ass nigga! You don't fuck the nigga, you drop your phone, them niggas got out. What's the passcode? These niggas got on your Instagram, looked in your DM, looked in your gallery, looked in your messages, looked at your call up, so stupid ass. Man, They probably found out that Dutch shit because of yo stupid ass nigga. He probably went through his goddamn phone, got it. Okay, we got him. You know what I'm saying?
Belonged to Michael Golden, aka OTF Boona. Just because Boona's phone was found at the scene, don't really mean he was the shooter. He could have left it there from earlier. Maybe he was there when it went down, or wasn't the one firing shots.
Nigga, don't leave nowhere without your goddamn phone and keep that shit on you. Crazy. But you never know though.
But if he really hopped out of a moving car and let off shots, it probably wasn't too hard to drop his phone. The police could also have other reasons to believe the phone belonged to the shooter, like surveillance footage from the parking lot. As of right now, it's too early to tell if Boona's going down or if it's just a case of mistaken identity. But the shooting happens at a mall in a quiet part of Atlanta, and a little kid got hit in the leg, so the cops are definitely gonna crack down. But Boona ain't the only OTF member in Atlanta that's in trouble. Lil Durk is still facing an attempted murder charge that he caught with King Von back in 2019 after a shooting at the Varsity Drive-In.
And with Von, long live that nigga Von. That nigga was the GOAT, man. That nigga crashed out. I ain't gonna cap, boy. Like, my nigga Amy had to do all that. Amy had to beat Lil Bruh. You know, bruh, too, bruh. He be the little niggas that be showing shit, bruh. Don't underestimate no nigga. Don't think a nigga not about that shit, cause these nigga about that shit. You think, you know, nigga be feeling untouchable, invincible, nobody untouchable, nobody invincible. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, y'all gotta be smart out here. Don't underestimate no nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Getting killed in Atlanta back in 2020, leaving Chicago didn't really help to completely escape the violence. Now, Durk is going to be coughing up a lot of money for lawyers over the next few years. So far, there's no evidence to connect him to either crime. But you never know what kind of info his homies and the rest of his team know about him. And it don't matter how solid you are. When you're facing the possibility of life, or even worse, the death penalty, you're going to feel tempted to tell. So if Durk and OTF want to stay on top of the situation, they better pay up for some attorneys or pay their bail so nobody feels abandoned. Stay posted for updates in both of these cases.
I ain't gonna, I gotta pitch like a motherfucker. I mean, he be dancing. Oh, I break dancing in motherfucker. Gotta pitch like a motherfucker. Hey, anyways, y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah. Got pitch like a motherfucker. I might be deep.